Hey friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making a wooden spool American flag inspired by Lone Tree Rustics. To get started, we're going to take one of the wood panel frames from Dollar Tree. I think this was just a little 5x5 square, and we're going to do some antique Waverly wax on the entire frame, just to darken it up and give it a stained look. And then now we'll go in and do the inside as well. Once we get that wax on there, again, we're going to take a baby wipe and we're going to wipe off the excess, creating that stained look. And then once you get this completely done, you're going to make sure it's dried. Then after we get it dried, we're going to go in with our Snow White by Waverly, and we're going to distress our frame. I wanted this to look like old weathered wood. That's the look I was going for. You're going to go all the way around, and I know I don't show it here, but I do end up going in and distressing the inside of the frame as well. Next step is to take these wooden spools that I got from Amazon, and we are going to be painting the bigger spools with Crimson and Snow White by Waverly for our stripes, and then we're going to paint the smaller ones with Ocean by Waverly for the blue part on our flag. And then we have something else in mind that we're going to do for our stars. Okay, once you get all those completely painted, you're going to dry them. I did only do one coat. I felt like that was sufficient enough. That's another reason why I like painting with chalk paint more than acrylic paint. Less coats. Now we're going to go in with our bigger spools, the stripes, and we're going to paint them with Crimson and Snow White. And then you're going to see here that I changed my mind. Instead of doing white, I ended up staining them with antique Waverly wax, just because I was going for more of a vintage look. And don't forget, I showed here to paint the bottom of your spools as well, because you will be able to see that. So there you go, you can see that I did the antique Waverly wax instead of the white. And then now I'm going in and painting the bottom of our spools. Once you get those painted, you're going to completely dry them. And again, just like with the blue, I only did one coat of paint. Now for our stars, we're going to take these half wood beads that I got from Amazon and take our Snow White by Waverly. We're going to go in and paint those with two coats. Get it completely dried. And then now you can see that I took that Snow White and went in and did the entire frame. That was the reason why I ended up doing the antique Waverly wax on the stripes instead of the white. I just wanted something a little different, more vintage looking. Now we're going to go in and start gluing in our spools. For the blue part, we're going to be gluing them up and down. The stripes, we're going to glue them sideways. And then just to see how many spools I actually used for this entire project, you can just pause this video at any time and count them. I'm sorry I did not count them beforehand, but it was a lot. This was a very tedious project, but I think it was worth it. And again, I want to shout out Lone Tree Rustics for the inspiration. Make sure y'all follow her on Facebook. Okay, and then we're gluing in the last spool here. See, don't you just love the wax? I love the look it gives. It gives this more character, I feel like. Okay, now to cover up those holes that you see there, this is where the little half wood beads come in. Those are going to be our stars, and it's also going to cover up those holes in the spools. I wanted to do something different. I love being inspired by other crafters, but I do not like copying somebody else 100%, so I usually try to change at least one or two things to make it my own. I do love that she used fabric on the spools. To me, it was very pretty, and it definitely would have been a lot easier than me painting all these, because that definitely took some time. Okay, once we get all those little half beads glued on, the more I looked at it, I felt like the stars were just too bright compared to the rest of the flag. So you're going to see here that I'm going to go in with walnut stain ink that I got from Hobby Lobby, and we're going to distress the stars a little bit, make them look a little darker. And then I take that same ink and I go around our entire frame, as well as on the red stripes, just to kind of age them a little bit and distress them. I love the distressed look. Anybody else? And obviously, if you don't like this look, you can completely skip it. But yeah, I'm just trying to darken them up a little bit. There you go. I like it so much better now. Those stars were just too bright for me. Now, I felt like this flag needed just a little something extra, so we're just going to go in with a simple twine bow. I didn't want a big fancy bow because I didn't want to take away from the flag, but I felt like this needed just a little something extra. And I just made just a simple little jute bow. Then we're going to take that and some Sweet Annie that I got from Etsy. I feel like Sweet Annie is the perfect floral. I use it on almost all of my crafts. But we're going to take it, our little twine bow. Then we're just going to glue it right on the flag. But I absolutely love the way this turned out. It's simple, but it's pretty. This is a perfect project for a shelf sitter or your tiered tray. And I'm just cleaning up the mess a little bit. And there you go, guys. Let me know what y'all think. See y'all in the next video.